let's talk about Dvorak's great symphony from the New World. What about this symphony has enabled it to stand the test of time for all these years? And what do you love about it?
Oh, lots of things. So on a personal level, Dvorak 9, again, was one of those pieces in high school where I would listen to it and I would write it down on paper and play with the recording. So that piece has been with me my entire life. What makes it so effective and so successful is that, again, like I was saying earlier with Kareem's work, it is a piece that builds a bridge between the old European traditions and this new American frontier, right? Two completely different types of music. Now, 1893 at the moment, Dvorak is in America, and he is listening to Native American music, African American spirituals, both of which are based on what is known as a pentatonic scale, which is a five scale octave, not something that not a five note octave, not something that we're used to as a normal heptatonic, seven note octave. But the pentatonic scale is very folk-like in nature. And when you listen to the piece in itself, you'll hear how he incorporates Native American music, African American spirituals into this work. And because he wanted to write a work based on this material. But what makes this piece so effective and actually might be even more important is that it is still deeply rooted in his Czech roots in the European tradition. That's really important to mention. And let's not go too much in detail on analysis of the work, but for example, in the first movement, you'll hear this established rhythm, right? Very strong rhythm in the beginning, which is reminiscent to that of perhaps Beethoven or Brahms, right? But then yet the second theme comes in the first movement, and he switches into this folk-like material, this pentatonic with pentatonic elements, and all of a sudden you're hearing Native American music, African American spirituals. I have to say about the second movement, of course, the Largo, right? The famous second movement with the famous English horn solo, which is actually original material that was written by Dvorak, but has been associated with a song, an African American spiritual called "Going Home." Um, but again, I have to say, as you listen to the second movement, and then he starts to bring back this lush writing for the winds and the strings, which is again deeply rooted in European tradition. It's almost as if he's longing for home. It's almost as if he's homesick. So again, back to his Czech roots. Last point, I promise. In the third movement, again, he establishes this rhythm, this dance-like material with Native American music. But then yet the second section comes in and it's a childlike play of a Czech dance. Again, he's not abandoning his roots. So the fact that he can put all these elements together makes it a very successful work. I mean, whether you are celebrating this piece as celebrating the American spirit of this piece, or whether it is a simple or complex, as if you will, expression of Dvorak's longing for home, putting all that together is what makes this work just so effective and why it's stood the test of time.